Shootout plays out in the streets of downtown Dallas. The gunman outfitted in tactical gear here running across the street right at the Dallas Federal Building.
I just saw a burst of people running out and a round of shots. It was just shots, maybe 10 to 15 shots, all rapid shooting.
The gunshots lead to chaos in the streets with people running for cover and in some case their very own lives. Here's what we know as we join you at 5 o'clock. The gunman, 22-year-old Brian Isaack Clyde, he was killed in a gunfight with authorities. One federal employee does have a minor injury. She got that while taking cover. And while we still don't know the gunman's motive today, police and federal agents we know did raid a Fort Worth apartment complex. That happened late this afternoon, looking for clues, obviously. Investigators also remain right outside the Earl Cabell Federal Building downtown where the shootout played out. We've got live team coverage as we join you from there right now. J.D. Miles, I know, spoke to witnesses. J.D., we'll talk to you in just a second, but Steve Pickett, let's start with you and the latest as we know it on the investigation itself.
It focuses directly on this now killed 22-year-old and his motivation, because what has happened here most of the day is to get evidence, find any evidence at the location. But the focal point now, more information on this attacker. This location, it has federal judges, the IRS, the U.S. attorney, all within this particular building, more than 300 people. The FBI, as you mentioned, Doug, identifying 22-year-old Brian Isaac Clyde as the man who was killed here. Clyde approaching the south entrance of the Cabell Federal Building just before 9 this morning. Witnesses say he was dressed, as you mentioned, in tactical gear from head to toe. Federal authorities confirm he had 30-round magazines attached to his waist. His shooting, sending people on the streets, running. Federal workers inside were told about an active shooter and essentially were told to shelter in place. It was officers from the Federal Protective Service here on site who shot and killed Clyde in an exchange of gunfire just in the south parking lot of this building. He was not, I repeat, not on any terror or watch list according to authorities, and they have no indication of his motivation for this attack.
He was not of investigative interest to us. He was not a subject of investigation of any time, of any kind up to this point. So as far as what he was trying to do, I mean, we don't know that completely right now. We're still reviewing video. We're still talking to witnesses. But for the actions of the Federal Protective Service officers, this likely would have been a very deadly incident.
That shooting, he would have made entrance to the south, made access into this building with the kind of ammunition he had. Federal authorities telling us real trouble. This building right now, it will remain closed to the public tomorrow. Will reopen for employees, but no business operations for those who'd like to get in to conduct business for now. That is closed for them on tomorrow. Reporting live, Steve Pickett, CBS 11 News.
Steve, thank you for the update from there. We're learning just a little bit more about this gunman through some posts that we have found he made on Facebook.
I don't know how much longer I have, but the storm is coming. However, I'm not without defense. Yeah. Ready? Let's do it.
Authorities have not said whether or not that post from Brian Clyde's Fort Worth apartment last week is related in any way to the shooting today. He did post extensively about guns, ammunition, and the United States government. We do know he was discharged from the Army after serving just under 2 years, August of 2015 to February of 2017. As we did mention at the top of the show, SWAT officers stormed his Fort Worth apartment. That was this afternoon. We do not know what they found or if anything they did find would lead them to a possible motive. They're obviously looking into that. We will hear from one of his neighbors and also the interactions they had with him. That's ahead tonight at 6 o'clock. Well, the gunfire certainly sent a lot of people running for cover. Others grabbed their cell phones and many started recording. CBS 11's J.D. Miles joining us live right outside the SoCo lofts where some eyewitness video was taken there. And you had mentioned earlier will likely be key evidence in the investigation.
It will, Doug. The people who lived in this loft building had a bird's eye view of the suspect. They also had flashbacks of another recent time when gunfire rang out in downtown Dallas.
Well, my building, I've got about 4 feet of brick, so I was kind of like laying down like that, kind of peeking over a little bit with my phone barely up.
Tim Brown was hiding, but recording from his 8th floor window when the gunman fired into the federal courthouse before running into the parking lot where he was shot by officers.
Well, ATF came to my door. I talked to them. I showed him my footage. I don't know, what he was thinking, but he definitely had this planned out. He had a vest on. It looked like camo pants on. He had boots on, and he had his face covered up too.
Another loft resident was able to record authorities performing CPR on the gunman and captured an image of the police robot that was used to detonate any explosives that might have been in his car.
It was all over really quick.
George, Rebecca, and other loft residents were evacuated from their homes. They say the rapid gunfire reminded them of the Dallas police sniper attack they witnessed 3 years ago.
I just can't believe this is happening in America and not in my backyard.
And now it's happening again.
Again.
There's a bullet right in front of our building that we pointed out to the police, but I mean, it's unusual. I just got back from Tel Aviv over the weekend, and Amman, Jordan, no trouble. I get back home, and then there's a shooting in front of my building.
And back here live, you can see members of an evidence response team out here taking photographs, collecting evidence, still doing work here hours after the attack. The loft residents were allowed to go home early this afternoon. They are as curious about why as anyone, and it's made them think twice about living next to a federal courthouse. Live in Dallas, J.D. Miles, CBS 11 News.
Can only imagine after we all watched that. J.D., thank you. As we learn more about what led up to today's violence and the gunman, we'll get you updates right here on CBS 11. And, of course, if we're not on the air, get online with us, our CBS DFW social media pages.